and diversify. Like at the end, like you just said, yo, if you're trying to get the bag up, yo, get brands involved. Diversify. Stop relying on just gigs also.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That's true.
Now you want to do 50 gigs in one night because you've been sleeping the whole day.
Yeah.
Come on, diversify. Yo, push some brands, do something.
You're going to have that Babes Will Do My Burnout.
Yeah.
Where you get 70 bookings in a weekend, but you only make it to 10.
It doesn't even make sense.
Everyone can see that you're exhausted.
And outside of being exhausted, that thing is also tricky because you ruin relationships with promoters because you're missing gigs, because you're trying to pick up all of the 5 friends.
And every artist can tell you a story where they did too much and they ended up messing up a relationship. I know many guys who've said, one time I was flying from Nigeria and I took a gig that I was going to make it the next day. The flight was delayed. We couldn't be there. Big brands to say, why did this guy, I know an artist who took a gig and he was in Nigeria and the brand was like, he can't make it to he's supposed to be on stage in 3 hours. They're telling us, no, he's still in Nigeria. You know what I mean? And he looks back on things like that, like, you're so hot, you take all the bookings, but then you don't make it to everything because shit happens. Now you're hurting your reputation.
What up, though? Welcome to the POPcast. My name is Miss Kamo. And of course, I don't roll alone. I'm here with Muchi for the children.
For the kids, for the babies, for the viewers, for the subscribers.
Yeah.
Muchi.
What up? Okay, we've also got It's My DJ Double D.
Representing the North, y'all already know that. Come on. North side in this bitch.
North don't fall.
All day.
North don't
North side
die.
don't fall, bro. North side don't cap. 313 stand up. Come on.
313, what's the... Oh yeah, 313.
Yeah, come on. Let's
Corruption
go.
boys.
If you know anything about 313, you have what he's talking about. And I think it's also just perfect that we're also shooting in the north. So that Double T didn't have to go too far.
To keep it north, you know, the insurance don't cover you outside, you know, certain, just keep it north. That's it. That's it.
Welcome.
I keep it north, like all northwest. Shout out.
Dog, the medical aid, they don't want to hear it. If it's not in the north, they don't want. Trust me.
Yo, I'm finished. Oh, goodness. Okay, welcome to the podcast. Yeah, man, we're shooting in the north today. We're at Escobar Lounge in Bryanston. Come through. It's a nice... loungy vibe. Apparently, they also have a Sunday buffet, so you must come through and check it out. The food is apparently a little bit of a mix of everything. A bit of South a bit
Eat
of
good, smoke good,
a bit of Congolese food, a bit of Nigerian food. So a little bit of everything, but also there's a vibe, there's DJs. So
it's a nice outdoor deck as well.
Definitely. Please come through and check it out. Escobar Lounge in Bryanston. But with that, obviously, we've got to jump straight into what's hot and happening within news for this past week. A lot of celebrations are happening within the music space. People are, shooting the lights out. They're getting gold plaques.
Yeah.
They're getting platinum plaques. Makhadzi, no mistakes happening there. Her album went gold. Yeah. And that was obviously expected because of the following that she has. People love her.
Very, very huge, Makhadzi. And she's very, very good as well. I always thought maybe her music will disconnect me because I'd never actually listened. Then I started listening to her vibe, and she really is a vibe and puts together really, really dope music.
Yeah.
And I know people like saying that, she's not shown love a lot outside of like Limpopo and whatnot. But I think slowly, maybe, hopefully she'll get more traction out of it because she's very, very dope. And I mean, she got Limpopo on her palm. Her album going gold is like, it's a no-brainer. Her following, absolutely insane. Her performances, the energy, is on another level.
And she puts in the work. Somebody else was also putting in the work. Mphela just recently came back from the UK and her EP, Nkulunkulu, also went platinum. So the music is coming. People are loving it. Shout outs to the ladies for getting the plaques. You know what I mean?
Ladies are killing it.
Kamo had a good time. I saw her performances she put together. She was putting together nice content when she was in the UK. You know what I'm saying? In terms of content, the rollout was immediate. performing today, tomorrow, letting it
Good team around her.
Yeah.
I like it when they show people back home, like, look, this is what it's actually rocking. You know, I hate guessing. Oaks have gone to the UK, or Oaks have gone to America, and then they show us nothing.
Come back with
now.
Exactly.
Show us now.
If Double D is rocking in Kenya, show me that you're rocking in Kenya. People are quiet as if it's not going down the way we think it's going down.
She made the gram go up.
Yeah.
She did. Very, very dope. Well done to her, actually.
Killing it. And of course, also still killing it from a continental perspective. The AFRIMA nominations are out as well. Talking about Mphela, she was nominated. Makhadzi was also nominated. Focalistic, without a doubt. We've also got Niniola, Mapara Jazz, Casper Nyovest, Nomcebo Zigote. I think the list is endless, but you can see South Africa is representing, especially from a continental space. I also just realize that as much as these nominations come through every year, do we really appreciate that the rest of the world is trying to celebrate South Africa with these awards? Because I think people just see the nominations, they see the awards, but they don't necessarily know how big the magnitude is.
Yeah, in South Africa, sometimes we play too much. You know, we're doing this division thing a lot too much. Other people, you travel everywhere else, people are just making music and having a good time.
That's it.
We love politics. Everything is always who's that, which camp. You know, people are not shouting each other. We should just be saying, we are being celebrated. Let's celebrate these people and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the vibe. And I think there's an energy like that a little bit now. Maybe it's because it's summertime, the world is opening up a lot more. But I think some of that has been borrowed from like Amapiano. Amapiano brought a lot of positive energy into the game and I think it let even the hip hop guys know that, you know what, cut the politics out, forget the nonsense, just groove.
Let it go. The problem with South, I'll be honest, is it's a music thing in general. They always want to find the negatives, can never look at the positives. Like, now they'll get, Nasty C nominated out there. This one's nominated. Now they'll complain. They'll say, nah. They'll find a problem with it. They'll say, nah, he shouldn't be nominated because of X, Y, Z. Why can't you just show him love, you know? Too much fire emojis in the comments. Relax. Actually comment something. Say, yo, I got a record. Yo, pull up, third verse. Let's go.
Exactly.
But too much fire emojis, like fake energy. Come on, get out of that. Like,
I promise you. No, he's right. And I complain about that all the time. Oaks, I love being on Twitter and Instagram the whole day.
Now your poster AFRIMA's fire emoji. What? No, get out of that. Come on.
That's so true. He's actually got a really good point there. Talking about taking music to the next level, Blood and Water dropped this past weekend. And of course, the soundtrack is fire emojis.
The soundtrack is dope. Have you guys watched season 2, any of the episodes?
I've watched the first 4 episodes. So I'm obviously going to just chat about it with the real views a little bit later.
Blood and Water, first episode, came in with a lot of energy. I've only seen the one episode. I think halfway through, I had to stop and be like, there's a lot happening. You know what I mean? Like they've taken the drama up like all the way high. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this when I'm chilled a little bit. Because I feel like I've missed everything. Every scene felt like high intensity. But who's on the...
So with the soundtrack, obviously the music is coming through from, I assume, a universal space because obviously you see Nasty C and his boys, Teleman, all out here rolling. We do have some Shoma Josie, Youngsta, CPT. There are some artists who aren't on this playlist as yet, but it is up on Spotify. Obviously, you can check it out. There's a lot of artists as well. Posibina. We've also got some Kaz. And did you hear your favors there also? Because that's killing it in the first episode. I said, where's Tipo now? Because Costa's killing it.
You know, when I think about Blood and Water and the soundtrack, I remember the first season, the only criticism people had were like, some of the music felt misplaced. Like there'll be a serious moment like, oh my goodness, I just figured out something about my mom. And then it's strings and bling, and strings playing in the background. You're like, hey, what's going on? Are we happy or are we sad in this moment?
They tightened it up. Season 2, they tightened it up.
Yeah, the music has been sometimes weirdly placed. I know that was a big issue in season 1. They did kind of rectify it, but there was like 1 or 2 scenes where I was still like, oh, but guys, we spoke about this thing. But I do think that it's definitely improved from those little, mechanical issues from season 1. I think it's brilliant. But like I said, I am going to chat about it a little bit with the real views a little bit later.
But it's cool to see the effort that they put a lot of new music into it. They commission artists to make songs specifically for this. So Oaks obviously getting some money there. That's always a good thing.
And of course, my man Elias on that.
Yes.
Come on. Strike a pose. Tell a man SDC Elias. Come on. Blood and Water. Come on. Shout out to y'all.
No, don't fall.
Come on. Get that bag. You're helping the North. Stay alive. Shout out to you, man.
We are chatting about music and we're talking about culture. And one thing that kind of sparked my interest was seeing a story that Tsecho had posted some weeks back where he was whiling about the booking rates. And he's just like, you know what? I understand where he's coming from because right now it's COVID. Things are a little bit tense. The venues are obviously trying to make money, but the artists are trying to make money. But now his biggest gripe was not necessarily the venues, but he's saying, okay, the piano artists now, they're taking it to the top, they're doing their thing. But apparently he feels that they're accepting too low of a fee, which is causing a little bit of an imbalance with regards to the booking rates. And he's like, guys, I can't be forced now to accept the lower rates just because you guys are doing that now. Because that's what happens. People will compare. They'll be like, but I got smang mang for 5 rand last week. Why are you whiling when I only 10 rand? Yeah. You know, so how are you feeling?
D, how has it affected you, or how have you felt?
Let me tell you that Tejo, I stand with you on that. Like, the funny thing is, this thing happens to hip hop. It's like now that Amapiano is hot, like everybody's getting into it, and guys get so desperate. It gets to a point where it's so competitive because it's like the promoters are also playing each other, playing the artists against each other, saying, this one, just like Carl said, this one's giving me this much, you must take this much. You know what I mean? So they'll do anything to get on. So they are taking peanuts for it, but in turn, that fucks up the whole market. It really does, because now at the end of the day, Tejo, I think, said, 10K, you should be pulling up for hosting.
Yeah.
Facts. How, like, I've been hearing the craziest fees, like guys with catalogs getting offered like 5,000-6,000. Like, are you joking? At the end of the day, it's just so COVID for the artists. So, like, I think I agree with Tejo on that. Like, y'all need to stop fucking up the market. Come on. Like, honestly.
And I've heard a lot directly from artists. I've heard from promoters. I've heard from managers as well. A lot of guys have complained, especially in hip hop, saying, "Oh man, you put a dent in the market," because the promoters are always going to try and take advantage. They want to cut costs where they can, regardless of COVID or whatever. They're always trying to, okay, D, can you take off 5? Can you do it for 25 instead of 30? Can you do it? You know, there's always that negotiation. And now because of COVID, they're taking extra advantage because Oaks are going to be desperate for bookings. Everyone was sitting at home doing nothing. Now it's time to earn. And of course, Amapiano artists know that they're hot. They can do 20 gigs in a weekend. You know what I mean? If they're taking 3, 4, 5,000, they're like, they're just thinking the total at the end will be worth it. And they're so in such high demand that they're thinking, if I don't make that list, somebody else is going to get it, that money.
Exactly.
So many of them are hot that it's like, you don't need just to book the 3 hottest Amapiano guys. Even the guys nobody knows are hot and their music is hot. And this is what I heard from guys in the UK, like directly, listen, it took big pay cuts to do, Amapiano was touring a lot in the UK the last month or so. But and it's a good and a bad thing, because yes, it's great that Oaks get to go out there and get booked internationally, and get to travel not just Africa, but in Europe, and they get the music out there, and they're pushing culture. But it comes at a cost, literally, of like, they're not really getting the money they should be getting. And my only thing about that is that the guys on the lineup that are your age mates, you know what I'm saying, that are getting the right money. Like the Ghana guys are getting the money, the Nigerian Oaks are getting money, the Kenyan artists are getting the money.
But the thing is, they're getting the money because they've also put the work in. And I feel if you're going to travel and you're going to go out of South maybe you're going to go to Europe, you're going to go to America, you can't get there and expect to get the same fee you're pushing in the only because they don't know you there. So the age mates that you're talking about, they've put in the work, and that's why they can demand the amount of money that they're getting paid. And I'm not necessarily saying that they need to downplay themselves, but at some point, somewhere, somehow, you also need to start from zero, because when you're there, people are still only trying to figure you out. The people who know them are people from South Africa who live in the UK. You understand? Whereas in South I 100% also agree with Tejo. We can't be messing up the scales here. But when you're traveling, it's a different conversation. You need to negotiate.
It's definitely not easy, but I think the ecosystem needs to be taken care of a little bit better. You know, Oaks need to come together and be like, look, we collectively need to move a certain way together. Otherwise, one person gets taken advantage of, it hurts everybody.
I feel you. But the thing is, you know what? How I also see it. I see it as like guys aren't putting in the effort. Like they want to half-ass it type thing. So it's like, okay, cool. I got a hit. Now I expect this much. But they don't even have a proper manager, proper booking manager. You know what I mean? They're half-assing their whole career. But then they also come in to charge a lot. So I'm playing like a bit of devil's advocate here, right? Because I do hear it also in a point where like guys are like, they've been suffering. So now they're trying to come out and they're trying to get this fee, like do what they can, make the bread. They've got a hit. So let's go everywhere while we have that hit.
Yeah.
I get that. But at the same time, it's like you're just fucking everyone else up and you're messing up the market because now everything is undervalued. Because now the engineers are getting less.
Yeah.
The DJs, the artist DJs are getting less. The managers are getting less. It just messes everything up, honestly. So like,
everybody's pockets is hurting now.
It's tricky, yeah. Now, all we have to say, well, I feel as though put yourself out there, and if you get yourself to and you get your brand to a position where you can charge a lot, stick to your guns, please. Because at the end of the day, people also who are at that level are also trying to make sure that we're leveling out the playing field at the end of the day.
And the sun is shining outside. Everyone is going out, getting a lot more bookings. So let's take this time. And the brands, people are putting money back in there, especially guys with alcohol brands. Like, also, you must be a little bit smart and think, yes, when the economy is down, money's not getting injected the way that it used to. But think and look at who's putting money up for certain things. Think alcohol brands, those niggas, they continue to put money up in certain situations. So you must also think, am I getting taken advantage of? Or is there really just less money on the table? Because you have to be able to have the smarts to be able to speak for yourself and be like, no, hold on. Let's get things back on level terms. People are busy now.
Yeah, and diversify. Like at the end, like you just said, yo, if you're trying to get the bag up, yo, get brands involved. Diversify. Stop relying on just gigs also.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That's true.
Now you want to do 50 gigs in one night because you've been sleeping the whole day.
Yeah.
Come on, diversify. Yo, push some brands. Do something.
You're going to have that Babes Will Do My Burnout. Where you get 70 bookings in a weekend, but you only make it to 10.
It doesn't even make sense.
Everyone can see that you're exhausted.
And outside of being exhausted, that thing is also tricky because you ruin relationships with promoters. Because you're missing gigs, because you're trying to pick up all of the 5 brands on the
And every artist can tell you a story where they did too much and they ended up messing up a relationship. I know many guys who've said, one time I was flying from Nigeria and I took a gig that I was going to make it the next day. The flight was delayed. We couldn't be there. Big brands to say, why did this guy... This guy, I know an artist who took a gig and he was in Nigeria and the brand was like, he can't make it to he's supposed to be on stage in 3 hours. They're telling us, no, he's still in Nigeria. You know what I mean? And he looks back on things like that, like, you're so hot, you take all the bookings, but then you don't make it to everything because shit happens. Now you're hurting your reputation.
Hey, it's tricky, this thing, but you obviously need to try and manage it out. And that's why he says the importance of having a team, having a manager who also understands what they're doing. Because it's also tricky having a manager who's just a boy who just wants to be there because they want the rider.
On the couch,
please.
With the champagne. Relax, man, you're a manager. Just sit down. Honestly.
Get the job done, okay?
Focus on your job. Like, come on.
Some of them are also superstars now.
Yeah, the manager wants to be the artist. Relax, man. Come on.
Manager has his own rider. Anyway.
I mean, the managers are also human beings at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So there's that conversation about, are they not allowed to have a personality?
They are, but they must know where they fit in the team. At the end of the day, everyone's got a role to play. You must know where your role is. That's all we're saying.
Right.
But I guess I think you get the gist of the conversation here. Basically, get your money up, but get it right and make sure you're maintaining the relationships. That's it. All right, so we're back with our favorite segment of the show, where we ask the very unpopular questions and possibly give very unpopular answers. But we'll have to hear what the note says about these questions today because, sometimes we're a little bit mild. Remember, I don't know what's in here, so I'm also reading it for the first time.
As a disclaimer, it's not me.
Please. Yeah, because someone was shouting at Muchi last week saying, you can't ask a question and not have the answer. I was tripping over that question last week.
I saw you all in the comments. What are you trying to say, Chief? Hey, I say what I wanted to say.
Okay, here's the question. If Maphorisa didn't take Kabza under his wing, do you think Amapiano would be peaking as it is now? Double D?
Yo, yeah. No, actually, no. Yo, Maphorisa lit, bruh. Come on. Either way, yo, I genuinely think, like, because, you know the craziest thing is, like, I was mixing for Foca back when he started, right? And they had the plan. They just hadn't executed yet. So, for me, they were all so aligned either way that this thing was going to work.
Regardless.
Yeah. Like, shout out to Kabza. Yo, he a legend. No disrespect on him, but yo, this thing was still gonna pop off. Genuinely. South A loves to dance. Like, we love to be happy. We love to dance. Like, and hip hop at one stage got very dark. So like, people,
What do you mean by this?
Like, remember, like, for me, this is what I genuinely say. Like, I feel like hip hop's biggest problem is it lost its authenticity. Everyone forgot why they started it, like where they from. Like, guys are trying to sound too much alike.
Yeah.
So now it's like don't rap a Drake story through a Double D mouth. That makes no sense. It makes genuinely no sense. So why I say it got dark, it's like guys got so toxic. The music wasn't even happy anymore.
Yeah.
There wasn't hunger. It wasn't like, yo, I'm trying to rap to get this, the Rolly, this. Now it's like guys feel like, yo, they made a bit of money. Now it's like, yo, I'm here. No, relax. This is when the work gets like started. Whereas Piano came with a fresh energy, happy vibes. Like, remember, like, All Eyes on Me. Happy music.
Yeah.
Like, happy music. Then it just got
Just want to
dark.
smile.
You know what I mean? Softa loves to smile.
Definitely. I mean, I keep saying thank you to my piano because I feel like it breathed positive energy into the game and got everybody off their asses and stop like overthinking nonsense. But in terms of the whole Kabza, would he have been as hot if Maphorisa didn't take him under his wing? Look, two things you must never take for granted is help.
Yeah.
First of all, Oaks can always pull you up and be like, hey, my nigga is popping. Here's who he is. Miss Cosmo can put another DJ on her back and they'll be like, oh, Miss Cosmo definitely helped you come up. They didn't make you or create your talent, but people can always pull you up and help. Maphorisa obviously is a big deal. So him teaming up with Kabza was obviously to Kabza's advantage.
Yes.
But also, remember that it's not just them. Shout out to Look Communications.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who's the management company that has Maphorisa and Kabza? Lock. Lawk.
Yeah.
Shout out to them because they put a lot of time and effort into managing those guys properly. And it doesn't happen by yourself. You know, you need the right people behind you. So those are the people that are behind Kabza and Maphorisa, you know what I'm saying? And that's where it comes from as well for Kabza. So it's not just Maphorisa, it's the team, the management team that they have there. They put out a lot of effort behind those Oaks and they make sure that their work ethic and their output stays on top. It doesn't just
100%.
happen. Maphorisa is not just, his raw talent is there as well, but even he needs people behind him to be like, yo, let's go.
And then it's all in the strategy, it's all in the team, like you're mentioning. Little things like PR, getting the music out there, getting the photo shoots out, all of that doesn't happen. You know, you can make as much music as you want, but no one's going to listen to it if you don't also package it in a position where people are going to actually want to listen to it. But yes, piano was always going to take it to the top. Also because piano is an old genre. I think people forget that. It's just that now it's been re-energized into a more commercialized type of sound
more fresh,
where everyone is listening to it. Everybody's happy.
More relatable.
You know what I mean? And we're smiling. Come on, we just want to
But
smile.
eventually got the right people there telling me, yo, lit.
Killing it.
Trust me, relatable.
All right, let's get to the next question. We've got another one here. All right, don't know which one I'm going for. Let's choose this one. Okay. All right. Which artist is a GOAT on features but doesn't make good solo albums or singles?
Yo, that
I mean, who's a GOAT feature? I mean, have you ever heard Muggs suck on a feature?
No.
Muggs
lit.
you pick up the phone, call Muggs, you know he's gonna come whip your ass a little bit.
Muggs.
On your track. And I think that versus his solo career is something that what do you call this? His albums haven't had the success that we wanted for him. His own singles haven't had those same successes.
Yeah.
Versus the
Also,
hot
keep in
verses.
mind, they've been doing him dirty.
And
Just
I heard
when he
that.
was about to release on the Cash Time, it all fell apart.
Exactly. I heard
Just
that
when he
interview.
was about to, you know what I mean? Like, that is
Bad
Muggs'
luck.
story. Muggs has genuinely had bad luck.
And I didn't know honestly until the interview. So I watched it. I was like, because I always wondered, man, what is the thing that's missing
Hey, that's
for Muggs? Only to find out that Kanje people are secretly screwing Muggs. He just has bad luck. Label keeps falling apart when it's time for
But let me
when
tell you
put out
one
his
thing.
project.
Now Muggs got like a nice team. He's got two fresh shout out to Siri and Morty. He's got 2 fresh producers.
Nice.
I think
That's
now,
why the energy's
trust
back.
me, the energy's back. He's there. He's got a fresh new sound. So I agree with you on that. Like Muggs on the features, of course. But that's a big bro, dog.
Yeah.
For me, his shit slaps either way. Like, for me. So, but I hear you. In Sata context, I'd also have to
Do you know who's someone that I've always pinpointed as like this feature? Whenever he comes in with the features, you're always just like, and then JR.
Oof, yeah.
When the thing is, I've witnessed it as well. Like he literally comes in, he says, "Okay, what's happening with the song? Okay, let me rock." He'll be there an hour, he records his thing, and then he's done. But like sometimes the feature also comes through fire. That No More Hunger feature, I still sit back and I'm like, JR, where did you come from with that one?
He really gets it. That's the thing, and he plays his part in the studio. He'll also like. He knows what it needs. So he doesn't come there like, just, let me lace my verse. He'll come there and he gets involved. He'll say, yo, I need this.
Yeah.
Once the artist comes like that, like, even like I can say as an engineer, it relaxes you. Because then you also know what the person wants. You can give them what they want. And it's a hit. So, JR. Yo. Pen game.
The musicality from
pen
JR
game,
is...
musicality, everything.
But what are we saying here? That JR's pen game, feature game is dope. And his albums are what?
But he's had nice...
No.
The music from JR has always been dope. And he's shows, JR's had the success.
Do you know what the thing is? JR has had the success, but JR understands that as JR, the artist, he wants to experiment with his music. But when it comes on the features, then he gives you the hip-hop feature that you want, the gold feature.
He knows what they want.
I used to be worried at first about Youngsta, before Youngsta pushed his solo thing. Because he was in so many hot features. With AKA all the time. I used to think, man, Muggs, when your time comes, sorry, Youngsta, when your time comes, I hope you bring it by yourself. And then luckily he was able to save that. Because at some point I was just like, you've done too many hot singles that are not your own songs. But then he came through and then he really did. You want that bug to follow you because sometimes you're like, hey, I keep making hot features. Well, when it's time for me to stand on my own, I better fucking bring it.
It's a lot of pressure, but it's good to know that at least we're checking for the features, and if the features are hot, the album needs to do even better.
For real.
All right, so we're going to get into what's hot and what's not with the music, the new releases for this past week. So we've also kind of checked out some new artists, just so that, we level it out a little bit. We've got the established guys who are doing big things, but we've also got some hot new artists coming through. There's a lady by the name of Nalu who's featuring Youngsta CPT on her song, and it's called Deeper. How are you feeling about the joint?
Yeah, I think it's hot. It's hot. But I'm a big fan of Youngsta. Youngsta, it's such a smooth joint. And at first, when I heard how she was coming in, I'm like, I'm not sure how Youngsta's gonna come through on this one. But he was smooth on it. Shout out to Flaming Hot.
For me, it was kind of mild. The Youngsta verse is dope. You know what I'm saying? I played that a couple of times. I was like, that's a dope verse. But the track itself, I thought, I don't see it as a track that's gonna be in my playlist personally. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Like I heard it once, and then I bumped it a second time, then a third time. Each time I just I didn't keep wanting to replay it. I was just trying to really, really understand. It is very mellow. It's very chilled, laid back track. So first and foremost, I know it's coming with those vibes already. But yeah, for me, I thought the track was pretty mild, to be honest.
I actually liked it. And I appreciate the vocals that she comes through as well, because she's quite strong. And I think it's also a big thing there. Obviously, R&B is very big in the Cape Town community because that's just where they vibe. Rolene's also from Cape Town, kind of on the same wavelength. I do think there's room for improvement from an artist perspective, but I think she's definitely well on her way, and I enjoyed the song. So big ups to Nalu for that one. The track is called Deeper. Check it out.
Maybe the next track she put out I might have to explore her catalog a little bit more so that I can get into it.
Maybe you need to create a relationship with her.
I don't think you're a bad artist. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
But we'll pick it up.
So up next, we've also got 031 Chopper. He's dropping his album on the 1st of October. The 1st of October is a big day for hip-hop.
Yeah.
Because Lucas Raps is dropping, Kid X is dropping, 031 Chopper is dropping. I saw a tweet this past week that KO is also coming with the fire in October. So
never say die. You can
I'm
never.
happy.
KO will exist for 100 years. You can't do anything. And you never, even if in the times when we thought, is it over for KO? He said, no.
Nope. I'm back with another one.
He stays
with it.
Stays
031
fighting.
Chopper track, I really liked this track. Like Kanje.
Yeah. So
the one single that I heard from it, I thought that vibe was really, really dope. I thought it was nice and fresh. 031 definitely has the raps. Something, he's featuring, kind of who would call this, Dreamboi.
Yes.
On the track and somebody else.
Shouldbeyuang.
Yes. Really, really dope feature, man. I thought that was a really fresh track to put out. And yeah, definitely bumped that several times.
So sometimes I have this like weird perception of producers who also are artists.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like, okay, one or the other is going to take over. It's not always going to be the artist. It's not always going to be the... But for some reason, like 031 Chopper sits nicely in his pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not doing too much, but he's also not doing too little. And I think that's the perfect marriage that he has as a producer and also as the artist. So I'm excited to hear the whole project. I really think it's got a really dope ear. And I'm interested to see how he's bringing through the features as well. Kanje, like you mentioned, featuring Shouldbeyuang as well as Dreamboi. Clean.
D, tell me, would you, and I'm asking you this knowing that it definitely happens, because nobody stays in studio and never gets behind the mic. Even if you're playing, even if you're a dancer, I know that there's D lyrics, there's D vocals that exist out there. Are we ever going to hear them?
Yo, maybe one day. But yo, let me tell you, because you know, it's the thing of sometimes like, and it's like for me, it's more when I'm working with like upcoming artists. It's like you have a concept, but dog, you can explain it a million times. They just don't get it. So then eventually I'm like, let me just show you. So then you just do it. And then that's when you start to see that this shit, it's, you know, the music bug is bitchy. Come on. But trust me, nah. But yo, come on. I sometimes be on them writing credits. Don't worry about me. They'll be like, yo, Double D, what the? Trust me.
I can't wait to hear a full Double D song where he's shouting himself out. It's not engineered by Double D. Produced by Double D, lyrics by Double D, performed. Zonke.
I know one day you lace it. I know.
Trust me, one day. You know me, I like to do everything. Dog.
Yeah. But how are you feeling about the track, Kanje?
Yo, I really like the song. Shout out Dreamboi. Dreamboi is really lit. I see he's working very close with Gemini. We actually did a song with him, Fire Joints. So I like their energy. And 031 Chopper and Dreamboi, they kick it together. I think they even stay together, something like that. They work together all the time. So like you can hear it on the song. Yeah. Like that's what I like about it. Yeah. Like all of them are together most of the time. So it's like the music, yo, the authenticity on that record, I love it. Everyone came with their own vibe. Perfect.
You know, I love that you said that because one thing you can never fake is the vibes. People can just tell that Double D and this guy, they were in studio together. Yeah. They threw tracks away, said not good enough. You can tell there's a process. Oaks are a little lazy sometimes. You can hear, did you hear this beat the same day I heard it? Yeah. I can almost hear something, there's like a disconnect in certain times that somebody lent you a verse where you guys weren't really vibing together.
And outside of that, also, even if someone, for instance, sends you a verse, it's like sometimes it feels like they're just like, actually, let me just do this thing so that she can get off my back. Yeah. Or whatever. Like, okay, let me just record it so that I can send it and it's done and then I move on with my day. It's like, no, the energy needs to be there. It
comes through in the music. You can tell. Yeah. And they think the fans can't hear it. The fans can hear it.
They can hear everything. All right. We've also got one more tune. It's a new artist by the name of Rapper. The song is called I Know. What are your thoughts?
I thought I Know, I kind of had similar feelings to I Know that I had for like that Youngsta and Nalu track. Very, very mellow track. Didn't immediately catch my attention. And I don't know anything about Rapper, but I'm excited to find out more music from her because I was checking out her Instagram page, just trying to feel the vibe. You know, like I appreciate new artists and with new younger artists as well, they always want to give you a package. They're very obsessed with that, and I love that. You know, like when you go to the Instagram already, you catch the vibe. I see what you're about. I see you're about that content. I see you think about shit. You don't just be throwing things out. So I'm like, let me get into your entire vibe. Maybe your music, I'll also start to like catch up because she's definitely 100% a new artist that I've never heard of until yesterday. But I'm excited to find out a little bit more about it. I like the name rapper and how she spells it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so excited about a new artist and to see what vibes they're gonna bring.
Double D?
I hear you. Yo, shout out to her, man. Like maybe the next joints will be there. But for me, I'm gonna keep it 100. It was a miss for me. But like you guys saying, like, there's room for growth. That's what I like. I can hear what she's trying to do on it, and I can appreciate that. Which like there's room, but if it was me, I would have just held back on that, just tightened up a few things, and then come with like that heat. Because also nowadays, it's so hard to release because guys are so quick to write you off nowadays, or put you in that box immediately. Like, and it's whack. But also at the end of the day, it's the world we're living in right now. So. It's
you must
dope,
be sure.
But I'm gonna still give her a chance. You know, send me a DJ pack. Come on, send me a DJ
That's
pack.
the important thing. Send
Like,
the DJ pack.
come on.
Because some of you artists are also sleeping on yourselves.
Yeah.
I was actually having this chat with Double D off air to say, do you know how many songs I want to play? But because you don't send the DJ pack, how am I gonna bump your tune? Because obviously we need the extendeds, we need the young instrumentals to switch it up when we're in the club. So please do the right thing because you
It's a
guys
whole
are gonna,
team situation.
you're
man.
gonna be the
Can't
same
do
people
it on your own.
complaining.
Can't do it on your
And I want to speak about that on my segment a little bit later. That's actually what I want to get into your heads about.
Yeah, but with rapper, I also feel the same. I think there's definitely room for improvement. Obviously, I'm happy that there's more females coming in the game, but I'm not going to give you a silver platter just because you're a girl.
Facts.
I need you to put in the work as well. But I appreciate the fact that she's getting herself out there.
Yeah.
Just work on it a little bit more, but you know what? There's definitely, some light at the end of the tunnel with that one. Also, we can't leave it without speaking about President Yastrata.
Of course.
Focalistic.
Hey! From the cover already, I said, Focalistic was saying off air. I said, that man is on autopilot. What else can we do except just throw praises his way? I think we're going to bore everyone by saying, but the energy with Foca, love it. He's not bothering anyone. He's just working. You know that work ethic you were speaking about that artists lose later on because they start looking at other funny things. He's focusing on the music. He's breathed a lot of, he's responsible, one of the people responsible for breathing a lot of positive energy in the game. The album, I mean, fresh off the tour from the UK and Ghana has been gone for a few months. To come back, you know that even when he was on the road, he was working. You know, there's no time for sleep.
Focus that guy. Like, and
He's focused.
16 days no sleep, dog. I want to know about that.
I've spoken to a couple of people who've worked with him with the features, and they've all kind of said the same thing. Send Foca the idea, send him the beats. He might, obviously, like, during the day, he's busy working, he's doing things. But he's also that guy, when he's done working in the club, he goes straight to the studio. He'll be sending you, like, the verse at 3 a.m. Say, okay, I'm done with it. Work rates. He's not snoring at 3 a.m. like everybody else. And then you wonder why he's making the big cheese. Because 16 days, no sleep, out there. President Yastrata clean, the artwork is fire, the features are fire, the EP is fire. I don't think we can say anything bad about Foca at the stage of the game. You know what I mean?
Facts. The title speaks for itself. And what a fitting title. For me, the title alone, the artwork, just before I've even listened to it, I'm already loving the album. Then when you listen to it, it is so Foca. Like you're saying, he stays in his pocket, stays grinded. And that's like the work ethic that we need in the game right now. Because Foca also, he's also not about the bullshit, like the bad energy. He's not trying to beef with you. If there is a beef or if he senses a vibe is a bit off, he just takes it this way.
Stage left.
Like, that's it.
He's not on the internet crying about stuff every day. He's not fighting with kids on the internet, on Twitter,
Dude,
Instagram.
that thing's not going to make you money.
No, sir.
You're not making money if you're replying to the trolls. Also, before we finish off, Double D, obviously people know about your website. People know that we can get the DJ packs out to you. It's a North Side DJ Tools. We've spoken about it a couple of times here on the podcast.
Shout out to y'all.
But people also need to know that it's not only hip-hop. He's also trying to get the piano out there. He's also trying to get house music out there. What's the battle at the moment?
So it's a battle I've been fighting. So I've been doing this since 2014, right? I've only now evolved it into a website. And the problem is, it's like, how I see it is like there's a sense of entitlement. It's like, yo, they expect it. Like now that in the beginning I'd hit them up, I'd be all over them, yo, DJ Pack. But yo, at the end of the day, I can't keep doing that. I've also, I'm busy, bro. I'm busy. I'm also trying to get that presidential money, bro. Come on. So, but yeah, the problem is like guys will send it too late, like 2 weeks later. Now the DJs are even over. They found something hotter. And then you're going to complain that, nah, they don't play your music, what. Yo, so for me, it's like the lack of like urgency. And it's like, I'll even hit them up a couple days before, and it's a thing of like, yo, I forgot. So what must I do with I forgot? Yo, I ain't your mom, I ain't your dad, I ain't your manager. Then I forgot too. Because at the end of the day, I've tried, and it's a thing of like, I was trying to fight it, battle it, but it just falls on deaf ears. So it's like, yo, those that do submit, those that do like, reach out. Like, yo, this thing of also, yo, you need to be my friend to... No, man, we have an email. That's why we have an email. Just send it. You don't even need to know me, dude.
Yeah.
Just send it.
And
you want to have lunch with Double D.
Double D.
Send the work.
Double D is always trying to get new artists on there as well. So even if you're a fresh artist, you'll check it out. You'll put it on the site. If you're a piano artist, you want to get your stuff out there. Just send. Because trust me, I'm telling you now, there's a lot of us who subscribe to that website and we do check it out, especially because it's just easier for us to get it there as opposed to trying to search for it and chasing artists on the weekend to try and get the music.
Right now, we got 8K on the list. Like, yo, that's 8,000 DJs and playlisters waiting to play your shit.
Exactly.
So, yo, sleep on it, use it, don't use it, sleep on it. Man.
And you don't have to be from the north
You don't. Like,
to be on.
The name, I understand, it's Northside DJs. I've also had a lot of, like, flack about the name. But, yo, just remember, yo, it's a Northside DJ, bro. And it's my tunes, bro. So come on, we got to keep it in the north. We got to take it back home. Shout out to 313. Like, come on, y'all. Like, forget about the name. Just send me the music, dog. Yes, like, come on.
Staying on the music quickly, D, before we wrap. Somebody that, because you have your ear to the ground with on the engineering, so you're always hearing new music, new artists.
Yeah.
Going into the summer now, who is exciting you? Who's someone that you're thinking people aren't seeing coming, who you think is going to do something really special?
Yo, I gotta, of course, shout out to the home ground. Yo, Pambo right now. Yo, I've been like working on Pambo, like getting him ready. Yo, let me tell you, the shit that's about to drop now, we got him all over Hall of Fame 3. That's about to drop real soon.
When is that coming out?
Yo, 50,000 subscribers, then we'll drop it. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, it's coming real soon, October. We're just tightening a few things. Trust me. Yo, 24 songs, bruh. Because we had to do it for Kobe, bruh. Shout out to Kobe Bryant,
wow.
bruh. 24 songs. So 24 songs of fire. So I'd say the summer's ours. But genuinely, in the game, like, honestly, like, yo, man, I would say, yo, Zuchi and the boys, dog. Like, Flame, Diamonds, yo, 25K, all of them, yo, like, they work, they're about it, yo. So I really think like guys overlook them and like, yeah, they'll show them love. Obviously when 25K shit drop, they'll show them love, but they still aren't seeing like what they really doing. Trust me. Like, and it's gonna hit them, like their time is coming, and when it does come, like mark my words, it's gonna be big. Like those boys.
Fire, man. I'm excited for Hall of Fame 3. I think if anyone has been supporting Hall of Fame projects, you understand the quality that's going to come through from that. So October is a big month.
Trust me.
Look out for it.
It's coming.
Okay, so we just want to give a big shout out to Double D.
You guys are family, always showing me love. I appreciate that.
That's
shout out
my
to
DJ
D.
Double D.
Shout out to everybody watching. Y'all already know, fuck with the Northside DJ, bro. Come on.
Thank you for coming through, man. Always a vibe when we link.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. And also, where can people follow you? Where can people check you out? Where can we find you on the streets?
Yo, you already know. Follow me at DJ D. You guys better subscribe. All you DJs better subscribe to NorthsideDJTunes.com, the #1 record pool in the whole of Africa, bruh. And of course, you can catch me posted with the Les and friends dressing as supple. Now please make some noise. Yeah. You already know, man. But yo, shout out to the podcast, man. This is family.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate you guys always showing me love, you know, always shouting out the stuff I'm doing, you know. It means a lot to me. And yeah, the boys here now. Shout out to him for having me.
Yeah, man. And also just a big shout out once again to our venue for today, Escobar Lounge out in Bryanston. We're staying north because we've got the Northside DJ in the building. But of course, we are still here on POPcast. We still got the real views and what matters to Muchi.
That's right.
Guess what? We have some great news for you. Yes, I have a good surprise. You can now catch the POPcast on Tuesdays on the one and only Channel O. Yeah, I said it, at 9:30 p.m. from next week. So tune in and interact with us on social media at Channel O TV and at POPcast for real. And of course, right now, I gotta hand over to what matters to Muchi, real views as well as the Artscape.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy Muchi for the babies. Welcome to a brand new segment right here on POPcast called What Matters to Muchi. I'm Muchi and I'm going to tell you about the things that matter to me. This week, what matters to me is something that we've touched on in this episode, and that's the importance of a team. The importance of a team, the importance of a team. Yes, teams aren't free. Yes, teams aren't cheap. Having a PR manager, having a booking manager, having somebody who literally cares about you, not just when I'm only one. You can't make it by yourself. That's why a lot of artists sometimes don't know how to move. They don't know which circles to be in. They don't know how to promote themselves. It's because they just don't have the right people around them. When I made that example about DJ Maporisa and how he came up in his management company, that's what it takes. The work ethic from the people that you bring into your team to help you is the thing that's going to set you apart from other artists. People can tell, oh, this person actually thinks about their image. They think about how they sound, how they look, where they hang out, who they interact with. That whole power of networking goes as far as the people that you have in your circle. And if you have the wrong people, or even worse, if you have no people, it's going to be so much more difficult for you because the energy you're putting into releasing your art, and it's not just musicians, even content creators, it's important for you to find some sort of management for yourself. And like I said, yes, these things aren't free, but if you're serious about your work and you're serious about getting it out there, putting as many eyeballs or ears as possible to catch the stuff that you worked so hard to create. You have to work just as hard in building a team around you. No man is an island, as they say, and neither are you. You guys to push as hard as you can to bring people into your circle that are going to help push your dreams. The importance of a team, the importance of the team, the importance of the team. That's what matters to Muchi this week. See you next time.
All right, so we're still here on Real Views with myself, Ms. Cosmo. So I think everybody knows that Blood and Water Season 2 is officially out. I think the whole world was waiting for it because it is one of those series that has been trending in different parts of the world. So a big shout out to the production team for actually getting the series out to such a big magnitude. Also, shout outs to Netflix for supporting them on that space as well. But just looking at how they've kind of improved from season 1 to season 2, very big changes. You can see from the aerial shots, the drones were coming in hot and fiery. The production is clean, the editing is fire as well. And as we mentioned with the music, sometimes we were a little bit worried about the scoring. I do think they have gotten just a little bit better, even though there's 1 or 2 scenes where I'm like, oh, but we're still doing this thing. But yes, it's good to see that the music is also putting on young artists, which is one thing that I really appreciate. From a storyline perspective, also 100% better. I even think the acting has improved a lot more. And I'm interested to actually see how it also closes off. I've only watched about 4 episodes. I do have to kind of finish off the last 3 as well. But I do think it's got us at the edge of our seats for a reason, and that's why the whole world is watching.
In this week's episode of Artscape, we feature one of my favorite ladies in the game. Her name is Faith47. She started off as a graffiti artist, transcended into a contemporary artist. She is from Cape Town, lived in Joburg, and then moved overseas to LA. And now, after doing a mural right here in Braamfontein, she's gone to war-torn Beirut to do her art. She loves dilapidated, destroyed buildings and places, and she brings them to life with her art. Her art is very deep, very human, and very enlightening in its message. I love what she does, and I love where she does it. Check her work out.